What is up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys release preview video. Today, guys, we are back with a figure that has finally been announced to be shipped out, and that is Obi-Wan Kenobi from his own series Kenobi on Disney. This guy, we have been waiting for him for so long. Just kind of a quick point. So obviously you guys know in my last video I pretty much did a giveaway for Vader. Just kind of make sense of this. So I already get to do a giveaway for Vader. I've already done an unboxing for Vader a couple of months ago, and we're barely getting Obi-Wan Kenobi finally shipped out. They made the announcement yesterday pretty much, and I did want to go ahead and just go by the images really quick. A reminder that these release preview videos, it's just to kind of go over the figure, to announce that pretty much he's ready to be shipped out. Just gonna give my quick thoughts on the guy to start off, but not give everything away, because obviously I want to save those thoughts once I get the figure to unbox. Sadly, with these figures, I can already see it. I expect me to get this guy in 2 or 3 months, being in the United States. So unfortunately we'll have to wait a little bit until we get the figure in hand, but I did want to at least give my thoughts about the guy because there is a lot to cover, right, whenever we do the unboxing. But for now, I did want to cover the glaring details. So for once, I'm so happy that the prototype finally isn't the same as the final product. Whenever I do figure previews of videos that have been announced to be shipped, for pre-order, I always like to announce that it's not the final product, it's just a prototype, and we get the same thing here with Mr. Kenobi himself. So I guess I see why now it took so long for Hot Toys to finally release him, right? They made a big change with the head sculpt. A lot of us were very critical of the first head sculpt that they had designed for Ewan McGregor, including myself, right? That's why I'm saying us. I did not like that head sculpt at all. So just kind of an FYI, and I'll try to find an image that pretty much gives a closer look to Mr. Kenobi himself. But they have made a lot of changes. So first thing that I can tell is pretty much the skin texture. So the tone is a little bit more, I don't want to say the word darker, but more like, I guess, natural, if I can say it that way. It's more like kind of super light brown, if I can say it that way. I feel like the first head sculpt was like reddish and too pale. Also, it had a lot of skin lines, a lot of stretch marks that made him look much older than what he actually is. The hair color was a little bit more blonder, and it was kind of more well put together. Right here, it's a little bit more messy. There's some strings of hair that are more split up from the head sculpt. So those things are some things that have been different. I'm okay with that because obviously the scene is supposed to represent him fighting Vader, so his hair is not going to be all put into place. Now, I will say this: the color of the hair, I'm a little not too convinced about it. I think it's a little bit too dark brown, in my personal opinion. I think there's, when I look at his hair, I see a little bit of blondish, light brownish. So I might just like the hair color more of the previous head sculpt than this one. But I will say this, overall, there's no question this is the better head sculpt. In my personal opinion, for Obi-Wan / Ewan McGregor, I can tell he's Obi-Wan. I love the facial expression more. He's got this serious kind of angry look, seeking revenge against Vader. And again, I think the way that the hair is designed and sculpted, it's much better. It's just the hair color, in my personal opinion, isn't the greatest. I think, to me, not the greatest, my apologies. It's a good color. I just don't think it's accurate. It's dark brown, and it's supposed to be kind of blondish, kind of lightish type of brownish, in my personal opinion. Now, again, as I always like to say with these release previews, let's see once we actually get the figure, because sometimes the promo pics, the lighting, the camera effects, they might show something different, and then we get the figure in person and it might be a totally different thing. So this is the closest look that we're gonna get to Obi-Wan himself. My god, he looks exactly like Ewan. So big props to Hot Toys. They've done a phenomenal job with the facial expression, the skin tone, his eyeballs. I am in love with this head sculpt. Again, only the hair color is my only iffy thing, but to me it's not a complaint. It's just something that I wanted to point out that it's not accurate. But I really love what they've done with this head sculpt, and as much as I've been a little bit kind of frustrated with us not getting this guy, what I want is to get the best possible figure. The best figure possible. So the fact that that they took a couple of more months just to make sure that they got the better head sculpt is something that I am very okay with. I'm happy that they did that. And so, us as fans, I feel like we pretty much get to celebrate because we get a much better head sculpt. So, by the way, right here on my right side of my screen, you guys can see Sideshow. So let me go ahead and just click on that image. This is the first head sculpt that they decided to use for Kenobi. So Sideshow Collectibles still has the images of him. And look, you see, I mean, it does not look great at all. Compared to this one, the hair is just much better sculpted with that one. The coloring and paint applications on that hair just look better. On this one, again, even though the hair color might be more accurate, still in all the way that the other hair piece is sculpted is much better. Also, again, the skin color is like this reddish too pale type of look. The facial expression is weird. The way his eyeballs are made and all these stretch marks just making it look much older than what he actually is. Whenever I saw the figure for the first time, I was very disappointed with the head sculpt, right? So I'm very happy that they made that change, right? Sometimes Hot Toys won't do those changes, and what they'll do is they'll just release the figure. But with this guy, they have done a phenomenal job. The new head sculpt, it is miles and miles better than the old one, and I am so here for it. And I was already excited to get the figure itself, right? Because of the series, because of the accessories that it comes with. But now that the guy has, this upgraded head sculpt, I'm even more excited, and I cannot wait to match him up with my Obi-Wan Kenobi, along with my other figures from the series, which would include Reva and the Grand Inquisitor. So that's pretty much what I wanted to discuss with this figure. As far as accessories and things like that, those are things that obviously we're going to talk about once we get the figure in person. Pretty much his clothing, suit, whatever you guys want to call it, it looks good to me. I like the texture of it, from what I can see on the images. So it looks really, really good. These rocks right here that are obviously going to represent that pose of him using the Force against Vader in that last fight scene. I think it's going to look so awesome, and I can't wait to display him that way. But again, those type of things we'll have a look once we get the figure in person. But obviously the main thing that I wanted to talk about was that head sculpt and the big change that they've made with the final product for this figure. So again, they took a long time to release Obi-Wan, but I think, in my personal opinion, after all, it was worth it. I think that we got the best figure possible for the guy, and I think that the head sculpt is absolutely amazing. And by the way, guys, now that we've gotten this guy finally shipped out, or I guess announced, ready to be shipped out, I would not be surprised if we get a 2.0 for him for either Revenge of the Sith, or we get an Attack of the Clones figure of him, or maybe even the Phantom Menace version of him with the Padawan ponytail. I would not be surprised if we get another Obi-Wan for the guy. They did the same thing whenever they announced the Clone Wars Kenobi. They did that Mandalorian armor, which is a figure that I already have, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do the same thing here. Hopefully they do, because I'm all here for it, right? I'm a big fan of Obi-Wan, and the more versions that I can get to pretty much match him up with Vader, again, I am down for it, so I would not complain one bit. But again, just wanted to kind of announce to you guys that Obi-Wan is ready to be shipped out. Hopefully we get him sooner than I expect. I'm thinking 2 to 3 months, but hopefully I'm wrong about that. Very excited about that head sculpt. Please let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys think about this new head sculpt and how it compares to the old one that they had released whenever they did the prototype. As always, want to thank you for supporting the channel, and a reminder, speaking of Obi-Wan, that I have a figure giveaway featuring Vader from this own series Kenobi. It is on my Instagram, so the link to my Instagram is on the description of the video, so make sure you guys go to my Instagram, so that way you guys can participate on this free figure giveaway that I have going on right now. Also, I am on TikTok, which the description of the video is here as well. Make sure you follow me there as well, so that way you guys stay updated with anything that I post on my channel and all the images from different figures that I do receive. As always, want to thank you for supporting, and if it's the first time that you're watching me, feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notifications bell, so that you're always updated anytime that I drop a figure preview, a release preview, or an unboxing and review. So cannot wait to get Mr. Kenobi himself. For now, this is going to be it for the video. Thank you again, guys, for tuning in today, and I will see you next time.